On Thanksgiving weekend, Joan and I took a bike trip from the 6th Bridge on the Moline River into Moberly Flats and the old abandoned cabin of John Moberly, one of the Métis settlers who was kicked out of the Jasper National Park when the park was formed in 1907. The settlers were kicked out in 1910. So, a bit of a historic site and quite a nice bike trip on a lovely fall day. Probably one of the last of the season. Here I am biking across the Moberly Flats and you can see the cabin in the background. A few years ago it was burned down by some misplaced recreationists and all that remains are the walls today. Here's Joan biking through the forest and here I am packing up to go home, well actually go to Jasper for dinner.